Welcome back. As promised, let's put the spotlight now on the commodities space. We've got Manisha joining in with the commodity that she's tracking today. Which one is on your radar today, Manisha?
Sylvie, thank you for that. Well, I'm looking at the agriculture commodities, and the big news clearly in last 24 hours has been the MSP hike for those 14 commodities for the year 2024-25. Well, usually this number comes in the first week of June, but then we were busy with elections and counting, and is the reason we're looking at these numbers now by the third week of this month here. Well, the higher prices are expected to encourage more sowing. The farmers will get nearly 2 lakh crores as MSP for this new season, which is higher by almost 35,000 crores as compared to the previous season there. Well, there is rising cost of production. We've seen electricity prices gain up, the fertilizer prices on the higher side as well, technology, views, etc. has all gone up, and so has the cost of the environment-friendly seeds as well. So all of that is added into the price, and then 1.5 times is how the MSP has been decided. It is a CSCP recommendations that you get from all states, and an average of that is what Centre decides as in cents of the commodity. Well, remember, the government has put various restrictions on exports of rice and wheat and sugar, and we saw various steps being taken by the government in last 6 or 8 months in sense of controlling inflation there. We also have imports of various pulses and edible oils coming in at a zero duty also. So if we are looking at a good monsoon, a higher MSP and a good production, then we could be looking at all of those curbs changing as well, all of those restrictions being eased as well. So take a look at the numbers then, and we have seen MSP being hiked between 1.4% to 12.7% on the higher side. I'll start with paddy, and that's the most favorite of crops. 5.4% is a moderate change coming in for that. And this is about millets or coarse cereals, where we are looking at 6 to 11% of a hike in sense of MSP. Well, this is an area that the government has been promoting for some time. Maize, 6.5% of a hike in MSP, and this is important as well because maize is food and feed and fuel as well, and we are importing some maize at this point in time. Pulses, the inflation has been much on the higher side. Tur and urad have been a bit of a concern, so we've seen 6 to 8% of a hike come in for this one. Moong, the MSP hike has been quite strong in last 4 or 5 years, so we're looking at a much lower at 1.4% there. The edible oils as well have seen good gains, 6 to 6.5% of a jump up in sense of MSP hike has come in for this one as well. Now, importantly, when you look at the last a couple of decades or so, we really have seen the food prices jump up. Well, the hikes that we have seen for 2024-25, well, this is about cotton as well, 7% of a jump up coming in here as well. So this is on the higher side of it all. And Niger seed clearly is the highest one with 12.7% of a gain in sense of MSP here. So good amount there. The least has been Moong, and the highest coming in for the Niger seed there. Now, this is what we've done in sense of paddy. In 2003 and 4, the paddy MSP was 550. We saw it double in next 10 years and then double again in next 10 years. And then we're looking at a 5% increase in last 1 year itself coming in for this one. So this is where your food inflation perhaps comes in from. The next one I want to show is about tur. 2003 and 4, the MSP was 1,300. We've seen it double in last in a decade, and then double yet again. And if you look at the last year and this year, it's a considerable jump that we've seen come in for tur also. Moong is on your screens, and as I was telling you, this is a commodity that has seen very strong MSP increase in last 20 years. So this year, the last 1 year that is, it has been slightly on the lower side. Cotton should come in on your screen as well, and we have seen strong MSPs come in for this one as well. And from 1725, and this is something that the textile companies perhaps would also want to see. Interestingly, there are various reports now suggesting that in last 10 years, the MSP has increased by a CAGR of 10%, while the production has increased by a CAGR of just 2%. So even as we have been looking at hiking MSPs in last many years, the production clearly has not reciprocated in the same sense.
Okay, thanks a lot for that, Manisha. That's the update as far as the commodity space is concerned.